In this video, I'll show you how to make a Fursona hand puppet. The pattern file includes 2 body styles, 2 ear shapes, and 3 tail options. It also comes with ready-to-print designs for fabric printing, as well as transparent PNG templates for your own custom creations. The printed fabric used in this tutorial is non-stretch Holland velvet. You can find the link in the description below. Let's dive into the tutorial. That's the end of the tutorial. Thanks for watching and for your patience. Don't forget to like and sub.
Bye bye.